This week we have a Volkswagen Atlas. So we'll be talking about this thing, and yeah, so let's do it. So one of the first impressions that I have of this vehicle is this thing is big. Like, this is a big freaking SUV for Volkswagen. It feels like a big SUV, period. It's almost like a Ford Excursion or something. I wouldn't consider this a sports SUV. However, the throttle response it's really good. It's a lot better than some of the other ones that I've rented. And the speedo goes up to 160. I don't think I'd want to get this thing to 160. I don't think I'd want to get this thing to 120. I'm trying to give the vehicle in front of me a lot of room so I can show you guys that this thing is actually quite peppy for a big SUV. It's definitely a lot better. You guys hear that? Wow. Farfignugan. Volkswagen is not playing. It's a lot better than this other SUV that I had last week that started off really cool, and by the end of the week I couldn't wait to get rid of it on Thursday. So if it's as bad as I think it is, which there's no reason why a brand new vehicle would be this bad, I'm gonna need gas by the end of the day because I have 3 stops to make for work. So we'll find out. As I drive into work, one thing that I can appreciate is I'm looking at the AC controls, and they are super intuitive. So a lot of the vehicles, they have all these buttons and all this shit all over the place. You get in the car, you're freezing your ass off, you're trying not to freeze your ass off, or you're burning up and you're trying to figure out how to turn the air conditioner on, or your ass is burning because somebody left the seat heater on. You know, with these controls, they're just the turn knobs, old school, just like your water in the restroom, man. Cold, not hot, hot. Then your fan speeds 1 through 6. Click, 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 click. Super easy. You know, are you looking for defrost? You're looking to warm your chest. You're looking to warm your feet. You're looking to warm everything right here. Super easy. So that's one thing that the Germans have going for them. Either they want to make it super simple, or they just technologically skipped on that and worked on the rest of the vehicle. So here it is. This week's vehicle. It's a brand new Volkswagen Atlas. I believe this is their first giant SUV. This thing has 3rd row seating. So if you have a large family or a large group and you want to rent something not only big but extremely luxurious and comfortable, this is definitely the vehicle for you. This is a V6 4Motion package. Has a ton of USB outlets in it. It's got the large screen for navigation. It's got Apple CarPlay integrated in it. It's got these really cool driving lights. This is definitely a vehicle I would love to have as a personal vehicle as well. Let's take a look at what kind of room we're messing with on the inside. I really love the air condition controls. They're simple dials. I said this earlier, you know, if you want hot, you want cold, there's no guesswork. It's easy to find. You want to control the fan, it's really easy to find. You know, your different modes, super easy to find. I hate the vehicles where you have to sit there and search and search and search to try to figure it out. Driving modes, this thing was made for utility. You have the snow, the road, the mountain, and I don't know what this is, maybe super mountain mode, I'm not sure. So again, if you have a super giant family, this is definitely the vehicle for you. With the digital controls in the back as well, USBs, 12-volt power, lots and lots and lots of stowaway. Have a stash spot under here again. But if you're using all 3 rows, you're going to be really short on storage space, so you have to decide, do we want a lot of people or do we want a lot of luggage? This rear view mirror, I don't know if you guys can see this with the sun, but this thing feels super HD, so it's probably electronic in here. It's just not aesthetic mirror. And then when you go into reverse, that's like an HD camera. It's super, super, super powerful, super clear. So if you take a look at the fuel consumption, it actually is not very bad for a full-size SUV. I did a lot of driving this week, and I still think that when I originally picked the vehicle up, it was probably not full. It probably had a gallon or 2 missing, because Monday When I started driving around, I noticed that I only had 3/4 of a tank, but that took me all Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and now here we are Thursday, and I've still only gone through half a tank. One thing I could say about this Volkswagen is it feels like a sporty SUV, although it's a full-size SUV. The steering response is super light. The vehicle doesn't feel heavy. It's very responsive when I need to change lanes. You don't have to change lanes out here in the middle of nowhere. But driving around on the the local highways in traffic conditions, it was really nice to be able to zip in and out of the lanes. We're not zipping out of anything right now because we have two slow ass cars in front of us. Well, that about wraps it up this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed the review of this totally awesome Volkswagen Atlas. Remember, if you're at the airport and you see one, pick it up. And remember, when you pick up your car from the airport, check your side mirrors, make sure your headlights are on if it's at night. See you next time.